Good evening, contest chair. Good evening, Toastmasters, and good evening, all the guests over here. I bet you don't remember that. Don't bother. I don't remember it, but it has got 48 words. It sounds confusing, but also it sounds inspiring. That's the story about today, what I'm going to talk to you about. Hey, Som, will you show your artwork for free? For free? Yeah, you will get a lot of exposure. If I give exposure like that, how will I get exposed to money? The next time I heard somebody saying, hey, Sean, will you show your artwork for free, for exposure? I said, one sec, I'm running as fast as I can. And I met a friend of mine. He's a motivational speaker. He goes to those depressing companies, the tech companies. And he gives a lot of speeches over here. So we talked in length about the challenges of being a successful artist and not a starving artist. He told me, hey, start talking to people and read a lot of self-help books. I said, okay, sounds good. Let me do it. Once I started talking to people, I understood. Listening is a perishable skill. It does not exist today. People are already thinking, before I could end my statement or my thoughts, what are they going to say about? And they have these quotes. I was talking to this gentleman. Before I could finish, he told me, this shall too pass. I just passed. I said, okay, next one. The next one, I went to and I talked to him. Before I could finish, he says, ships are not supposed to be at the shore. They need to be at the high sea. I said, okay, thank you very much. I decided to take the second round, the self-help book. So show me your hands. How many of you read self-help books? Wow, that's great. So I started that journey. But first thing I thought, why self-help books are called self-help books? Is it self-help for the author or is it also for the reader? So let me start finding it out why they are called self-help books. My friend told me, hey, go and get that book. The book called Secret. I ran to the library, picked up the book. Next to the word secret, I saw 300 million copies sold, translated to 50 languages. But it's still called a secret. I said, no, thank you. Before I realized, I got hooked up. And I saw the names of the books. Man, the titles. I am okay, you are okay. Okay, I am okay, so I didn't get that one. Next to that, I saw that orange book with big, black, capital words. The Subtle Art of Not Giving, F***CK. The same dude also wrote another book. Everything is F***CKED. That's too much messing around. First you said, do not give an F. Now you say everything is an F. This is like, you are playing with our brain, our mind. What's going on? And I hate this sequence. I took a book called 7 Habits of Being an Effective People. Although it took me almost 10 years to cultivate them. And once I thought I did it, he wrote another book called 8th Habit. Man, you wrote 20 pages after the first book in thanking everybody. Why didn't you put the 8th habit? And on top of that, reading is not a habit. It's not mentioned there. But I was still trying to see what's next. A book called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. Dude, if you are a monk, where do you get the Ferrari from? What do you think? You had an Osho? I found his next book, which is more interesting. It's called Who Will Cry When You Will Die. I read the book and I cried a lot. My wife told me nobody will cry. I said, why? Because you don't make friends. So I ran and get the book, How to Make Friends. The next to that, I found another book, How to Make Friends and Influence People. In the digital world, I got that too. So I got hooked up. Now I started reading more books. But some people really messes up with your mind. And Henry Ford, I didn't even understand. He confuses me. He says, if you think you can, you are right. If you think you cannot, you are right. I said, all right, let me move on. I need a smaller title. Then I found the book with a very small title. It says, You Can Win. It's a book by Shiv Khera, an Indian author. You can win. But the tagline is bigger. It says, winners don't do different things, they do things differently. It took me a few minutes to contemplate. And you know what came to my mind? Cab drivers don't do different things, they do things differently. Managers don't do different things, they do things differently. But I had a eureka moment. I also realized artists don't do different things, they do things differently. And finally, I have some enlightenment in my whole journey. So I stand here, steadfast in front of you, with my new resolve as an artist, and a new quote from my end. Hope is like a soap, use it daily. Thank you.